Tirico along with Greg Olson. That is Jake Elliott getting this one started. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. They'll get across the 20, mark them down at the 23-yard line. It's a three tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. Now first carry here for Keaton Mitchell. And he's going to be hit and dropped behind the line. Great push upfield defensively. What a way to start this one.
You spend all week on your opening script. What are the plays that allow you to find a rhythm and have some early success offensively? Well, in this case, that first play you drawn up sent you going back the wrong direction. How does that change this play caller's approach to the ground game going forward?
On 2nd down, here's McCarthy. That's to the rookie 2nd-round pick, Trey Harris. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. This is 3rd and 6. McCarthy from the gun here on 3rd down. He's going to have the 1st down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important. Like everybody stresses, we want to possess the ball. Give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
Gets this up close to the 40. Jalen Phillips in on the stop. Second down, they need 7. Now McCarthy. Try to set up the screen to Mitchell. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball, modest gain.
They'll try to sneak it here, and he will have up after his 1st down. At least it would appear that way. Didn't get us by much, but yes, they do give him the conversion on 3rd and 1.
I don't want to take anything away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that 1st down, but this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space needed for the quarterback to pick up the 1st down.
That's to the right side, and incomplete. Trey Harris, the intended receiver there. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
And it was really the pressure that threw that play off, Mike. I mean, he tries to counter the blitz by going to the quick game, which is fine, but it just seemed like they weren't necessarily on the same page and results in a drop.
Throwing on 2nd down is McCarthy. Hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete. Trying to set up that screen, but the rush got there too quickly.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
To the air on 3rd down is McCarthy. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
On 4th down, here's Matt Ariza to punt. Xavier Gibson, the Week 1 hero back in 2023, deep to return. Good hang time. The fair catch will be made back at their own 12.
At their own 12-yard line.
To the air right away is Hurts. That's punt. Saquon Saquon Barkley. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
So often for a defense defending the passing game, the most difficult guy to account for is the running back out of the backfield. So a really nice job here bringing him down before he has a chance to pick up any yards after the catch.
Now Jalen Hurts on second down. He's got the 2021 Heisman winner. That's Devontae Smith. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
It takes a certain guy in that slot position to be willing and able to go across the middle of the defense on those in-breaking routes. You can tell this guy, he doesn't care. He is fearless going across the middle, and he's able to secure a nice catch.
It's the quarterback with the sneak, and he's going to have an Eagles first down, maybe by about a yard, as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
When done correctly, Mike, this is just such a high percentage call. It's kind of hard to choose another play off your call sheet. It's impossible to defend. You can know it's coming, stack the box, whatever you want to do. But most of the time, they'll just drive forward and pick up the first down.
Hurts going to hold on to this one. A pickup there of 25 yards. Good for an Eagles first down.
When you're defending Jalen Hurts, Mike, the challenge is not only do you have to try to take away all the weapons at his disposal, but you have to account for him as a runner. And in this case, that's exactly what the offense dials up, and you can see why.
That's 13 more on that play, and quickly another first down. For Saquon Barkley. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 36-yard line.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. Open receiver is Dotson. And he'll get only a yard before he's out of bounds, and that's going to set up a 3rd down. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. That's deep for the back of the end zone. That is caught. What a throw. A.J. Brown. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Eagles.
And this special connection between this quarterback and his receivers, it was on full display right there. Great job getting behind the defense. And then, what can you say about that ball? I mean, you can't put that ball in a better spot. And with timing and accuracy like that, leads to 6.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. On the return, it's Keaton Mitchell. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Packers offense ready to possess the football for the 2nd time. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. An unbalanced look to the left here on 1st down. Off the bootleg, it's McCarthy. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
From the 29, here's 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, it's a throw from McCarthy. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
From the gun, here's McCarthy. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
The threat of making a poor decision and throwing a pick is always in the back of your mind, and while you can't play scared, you do have to play smart. If you can't find an open target, throw the ball away, live for the next down.
Here's Matt Ariza now, and he's on to punt for the second time in this opening quarter. And he'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. The Eagles offense about ready to get going on their second possession. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive. So try to double up here as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Barkley to start the drive. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
He was brought off at the 28-yard line. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll run the counter with Barkley. And he's followed up after a gain of a yard. We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. He'll try to run for it. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. And the Packers have recovered the football. They'll start this on the ground with Mitchell. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that first down.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 1. Another run here with Mitchell. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Great job here defensively, Mike. Make them snap the ball again. 2nd and 1, they're not conceding anything. Make it 3rd and 1 and see if your defense can come up again with a stop for no gain.
It's going to be 3rd. They need 1. They'll run the sneak. Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down. So we are through one here on Sunday Night Primetime. 7-0 is our score. And we're back at Lambeau Field in just a moment. We begin quarter number 2. The Packers have the football. On comes the punter now, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. Here comes the Philly offense now as they make their way back onto the field. They lead it here in the second quarter, 7-0, as they begin with a 1st and 10. Short pass, he's got Calcaterra. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
4 yards on the
So anytime you decide to blitz, the hope is that the secondary can hold up long enough to allow the extra pressure guys to get to the quarterback. But when you don't get to the quarterback and he's able to get the ball on time and in rhythm, there are holes in the back end, and they're able to pick.
He is hit before he can get rid of it, and down he goes. Carl Brooks in there for a loss of 5 on the sack, and now it's 3rd down.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
And he's going to be out of bounds, well short of what he needed. And the punt team will come on for 4th down.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
And he'll get a few yards back here on the return before being forced out of bounds. Packers offense back onto the field for their next possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Off the play fake, it's McCarthy. That one taken in by Douglas. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. That's the way to get started, a pickup of 17 and a very quick 1st down.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6. At the 45-yard line.
Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard that sets up 3rd down.
A gain of a yard on the play brings up 3rd and 4.
Here's McCarthy. He'll get this into the hands of Austin. He's going to have the 1st down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
Mike, I think we make so much of all these fancy routes, right? The selling, the head fakes, getting in and out of the break. And while that's really important to create separation, that's really more of a man beater. That's when teams want to just play you one-on-one and you have to beat the defender.
That's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Cooper DeJean. And the Eagles are going to have it at their own 32-yard line. On 1st down, it's Hurts. That's complete to Smith. That keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend. I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball and pick up the 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 9. Hurts now. That's out to Brown. Great shot. Complete. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. He had their lone touchdown of the game earlier, and he comes through with the catch and a first down in this spot.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice first down pickup. Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
Hurts will work here from the pistol. Taking off, and Hurts wisely going to slide after he's picked up the first down.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
On the ground, this is Barkley. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2.
Tampa Bay at the 9-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
They face 2nd down and 7. And in motion is Brown. A 2nd down throw for Hurts. He's got his big tight end. Dallas Goedert. Touchdown, Eagles. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Malachi Corley now to return it. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Packers offense are now ready to take over once more. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0. The score as the offense tries to regroup and get going with 1st and 10. Here's McCarthy. This one is caught by Luke Musgrave. That's a gain of 19 and a very quick first down.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
Play action now. It's McCarthy. He's got Douglas going deep. That'll be batted away. Incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively. It's 2nd down.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm.
Trying to at least get back to the line of scrimmage, but doesn't do it. That's a loss of a yard and leading to 3rd down.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively, and now decision time. What are you going to do on fourth down?
I think there's one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a fourth down decision to make.
Here's the punter now. He's on to punt it for the fourth time tonight. And not the greatest of results here. This is going to hit in the field of play and continue out of bounds. The Eagles offense ready to take over possession of the football. Their lead sits at 14-0 here in this second quarter. Looking to run away with this one before halftime. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. One of the tight ends in motion right. Hurts going to keep it on the option. And they get him to the ground, but he's all the way down to the 35-yard line. So a big one there to start the drive. 39 yards.
And this is why you tailor your offense around a guy like this. I mean, every once in a while, mix in some design runs. He's got such game-changing ability with the ball in his hands. And here, he rips off a big one.
This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game. Like, we just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
Barkley's got the first down and more. And he's into the end zone. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Philadelphia. This defense continuing to give up points. Greg, you've been on offenses like this. This has to feel great when you're on a roll like this.
And it's really twofold, Mike. First and foremost, just like you said, every offense in the league works all week. We want to start out fast. We want to establish some early rhythm and play our style of game. They've certainly done that. Now, on the flip side, what does it do to your opponent? It takes them completely out of their game plan, knowing this early in the game, they're chasing points.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. On the return, it's Mitchell. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. Out comes the Green Bay offense now as they get set to take over again. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here, needing to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on first down. Throwing now, it's McCarthy. Oh, in trouble, and down he goes. Packers go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to the second down play.
17-yard line.
Looking to throw. McCarthy. And he'll just bite the board and throw this one away. That was a good idea. He didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up third down.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
On third and long, here's McCarthy. Going left side, complete to Harris. So the Eagles will use their first time out here. Clock stops with a little under a minute to go in this second quarter. Here's their punter now, as he'll come on to kick for the 5th time here tonight. Here's Gibson to return. Oh, but he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. The Eagles offense going to take over here in the final minute of this first half. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Throwing is Hurts. That's caught by Smith on the right side.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 43-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Now Hurts. He'll go right back to Smith. They hook up again. They're going to work this down inside the 45. Here's a timeout for Philadelphia. That is their 2nd, as it comes to 22 seconds remaining until halftime. Here's 1st and 10. Hurts to throw. He'll get that out to Barkley. And he's going to have a 1st down. They get into field goal range here at the 29. That is 14 for the 2nd time. Back-to-back 14-yard gains and a 1st down. And with just 4 seconds left in the first half, a timeout is called. Here's Jake Elliott now to try the field goal. This will be a 46-yard attempt. Elliott's kick is good. And the Eagles extend the lead to 24-0.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
Just 1 second remaining in this first half, and they will kick it away. We'll go ahead and just cede the touchback here. This ball over the back line. It'll come out to the 35. The Packers offense going to get it one final time in this first half. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. 1st down now. Now McCarthy going for it all. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The 3rd quarter is underway. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field positions to start this drive. The Eagles offense going to have the first crack at it as we begin this 3rd quarter. They'll start out 1st down and 10. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. He'll look underneath here for Barkley. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
Well, this is a great example of the old saying, Mike. You never go broke taking a profit. Give credit to this quarterback. I know it's not the big explosive play he was looking for, but getting the ball into the hands of his running back, allow him to pick up some extra yardage after the catch.
On the handoff, this is Barkley. He'll bring this to the 40. That's good enough to move those chains. It's a 1st down.
So, Mike, you know by now my philosophy on 3rd down. If it was up to me, I don't even want to be in third down. I want to get all of my conversions on first and second down and be able to stay in those neutral down situations. So it's exactly what they do here. They lean on the ground game and pick up a fresh set of downs.
On first down, it's Hurts. A short throw taken in by Goddard. And they'll get about half what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up second and 5.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
That's taken in by Brown. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
That one, it's on target, but it goes as an incompletion. Looked like he had that one in his grasp, but unable to hold on, and it will be second down.
Oftentimes, it's the wide open ones that are the hardest to catch. It seems like the ball is in the air forever. You start overthinking it, you start really making more of it than what you should, and you let it slip away.
On second down, Barkley. And a nice tackle in the open field limits the gain to only 1.
It's a gain of a yard, and it's third down.
Third down and 9. And in motion is Brown. On third down, here's Hurts. Taking off, he'll try to get there.
Great reaction by the defense. At first, Mike, it looked like there was enough room out there for the quarterback to pick this one up himself. But they were able to rally to the ball. And I think the officials are going to mark him just short.
A field goal, no gimme from this distance. They'll go on fourth down. They'll try it now with Barkley. And he's not going to get there. The defense was ready for it, and they stuff her on fourth down. The Packers offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. They're in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. They'll fake the give, and now it's McCarthy. That one out of the reach. Down the receiver's outstretched arms, and it is incomplete.
The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. And sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
Tried to fit in the slant, and it was intercepted. Picked off by Cooper DeJean. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. Now quick throw taken in by Brown.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Packers' 13-yard line.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Here's a handoff to Barkley. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
Third down, they need 5. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. That's to the left side and taken in by Smith. And they continue to be tough to stop. Chance to extend the lead even further as they are set up with 1st and goal.
just seems like whenever they need a big play on third down, you can almost guarantee that he's someone they're going to try to get the ball to, and certainly easy to see why. Clutch play by everyone involved and keeps the offense on the field.
And he will take this one across into the end zone. Saquon Barkley, touchdown Eagles. That his second touchdown tonight. So the turnover turns into a quick touchdown, and Greg, that's exactly how you want your offense to take care of business.
Anytime your defense can create those sudden change situations, Mike, absolutely, you have to take advantage of it. 1 second, you're sitting on the bench going over your next drive. All of a sudden, after that turnover, you've got to be able to get out on the field and go. Take advantage of the short field, and results in a nice touchdown.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. Packers offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. We'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. From the gun, here's McCarthy. That's left side, caught by Musgrave. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 40-yard line. 19 yards right away to kick off this drive.
And up until this point, we haven't seen a lot go their way, but here in the third quarter, they're starting to find some plays. They're starting to get some opportunities. Just got to ask yourself if it's too little, too late.
On 1st down, right back to Mitchell. Not much happening there, just a short game.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 43-yard line.
From the 43, here's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, it's a throw from McCarthy. Over the middle of the tight end Musgrave. They're going to work this down inside the 45. 2 receptions for him on this drive. This one good for 16 yards.
1st and 10.
And that was just a simple read that time. He knew his guy was going to come open in the middle of the field based on the look they gave. All he had to do was let the play develop and then deliver a strike to pick up the 1st down.
Can he get away? No! He's going to be taken down behind the line.
This is a great example of why it's so important on defense to sprint to the ball. His ability to make people miss is hard for one guy to get him on the ground. When you can get everybody to the ball, eventually you can take them down, and in this case, they do it for a loss.
On 2nd down, here's McCarthy. They'll look to set up the screen here. And it'll be taken down after a gain of 9. And 3rd down coming up.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and
2. 3rd and 2, and here's McCarthy. Oh, that's the one thing they couldn't have there, the sack. That might take them out of field goal range.
You just have to have a better plan coming into the game when you're facing this sort of pass rush. You are not going to be able to sit there with long developing plays and pat the ball in the pocket. It has to be read 1, read 2, check down. Get the ball out of your hands. Protect your offensive linemen a little bit.
This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. The Eagles offense getting set to get back to work. They'll begin inside their own 15-yard line, so a lot of real estate to cover. It's 1st and 10. Man in motion is Brown. Taken down rather rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7 at the 17-yard line.
Second and 7. Hurts going to fire this one out to Smith. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
Here's 3rd and 2. They'll try to run here with Barkley. This will not do the trick. They've stopped him behind the line. 4th down coming up.
So it's a pretty manageable 3rd down, so they really have the option to run or pass, so they decide to keep the ball on the ground, which I don't mind as long as you've made the decision already that you're willing to use 4th down to pick up the rest of the yards. If not, I think that's a big mistake.
Now, fair catch will be taken out near the 35-yard line. The Packers offense ready to see what they can do. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. A quick throw on the RPO is complete. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3 at the 43-yard line.
2nd down, they need 3. They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
It's 3rd down and 4.
So we are through 3. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. Third down, 3 to go. McCarthy from the gun here on 3rd down. He's got a man! It's Harris! And it looks like he's going to have a 1st down. Nothing fancy there. Short completion, but it yields a fresh set of downs.
This is a great example of where just having situational awareness is so critical in the huddle. When every one of those receivers, Mike, breaks the huddle and go line up, they've got to know where that 1st down marker is. If your route calls, get by it, secure the catch, and bring up a fresh set of downs.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. 17 yards, the gain there. 1st down, Packers.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
He'll get this out wide to Mitchell. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
From the 33, here's 2nd down and 6. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. Throw on the run is complete. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. A gain there of 11. Good for a Green Bay 1st down.
22-yard line.
And this completion certainly won't be changing the outcome of the game by any means, but I do think there is something to be said for teams that continue to fight. They continue to try to at least finish this game.
And the rush gets home. He'll go down
This is what you don't want to see out of your quarterback. As that pocket's to collapse, the good ones, they can keep their eyes downfield and feel the rush. They don't need to see the rush. Here, his eyes go down. He starts moving around the pocket. Nowhere to go with the ball, and they bring him down for a sack.
And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. Jalen Carter getting in for the sack, and now it's going to be 3rd and a mile.
Just seems that nothing has gone right all game for this offense, and that's what happens when your quarterback just faces relentless pressure. You just can't generate any kind of offense, and I think that's the biggest reason there's a big old 0 up on that scoreboard.
That is incomplete. Great work to get in there and make things difficult defensively. It sets up 4th down.
A little miscommunication there. Now brings up 3rd down. It just doesn't appear that the quarterback and the wide receiver were on the same page on that last pass.
Let's see what they do here. This is 4th and long. On 4th down, here's McCarthy. That's 3. 3rd time tonight he's been intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Reed Blankenship. And the 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. He'll start on the ground with Barkley. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the gain to nothing.
Once again, it's Barkley. And a nice run there as he surges forward. A gain of 8 and sets up 3rd down.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense. And right now, it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
They send one of the tight ends in motion to the left. On 3rd down, they'll go with Saquon. And he's going to be close to that 1st down. Looks like he made it past the yellow line. Yes, he did. It is indeed a 1st down.
And the thing about Saquon is he's not just a home run hitter. I mean, we see all those highlight long chunk plays that he's able to generate, but he knows in these gotta-have-it moments, 3rd and short situations, he's going to pick up those tough yards when you need them.
They'll try the jet sweep. Here comes Brown. And he'll take this forward for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
So, Mike, this is a great example and a great moment to bring up why it's so important for these offenses to make everything look the same. Formationally, pre-snap movement, because the second that motion looks like a jet motion and he's going to get the ball as opposed to a traditional motion, these defenses are so in tune with all those little differences. They know it's coming and not going to be a lot of gain.
And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game. You can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Now Hurts. Going to call his own number. And he's into a slide to avoid the contact. He does so successfully, and it's a 1st down.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
Here's Hurts. He'll take this himself. Oh, a loose football. And the Packers have recovered the football. His throw on 1st down is going to be incomplete.
I'm not so sure he would have picked up the 1st down had they connected either way, but still, disappointing outcome to not at least get a handful of positive yards on that last one.
They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. To throw, it's McCarthy. He keeps it himself. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. 10 yards on the scramble there, and he picks up the first down.
First down.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
Throwing here on 1st and 10 is McCarthy. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
I can guarantee you that interception he threw on the previous drive, that's still in the back of his mind. You got to know when to take a chance, and you got to know when to just throw the ball away and live for the next down.
2nd and 10. Throwing now, it's McCarthy. This one complete right side to Harris. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
The RPO, that one is complete. He will easily pick up the first down. They've got 1st and goal coming up.
So it's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the 4th quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical.
McCarthy gonna look to throw again. And they'll get into the end zone for the first time tonight. Craig Harris, touchdown, Green Bay. Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. At least a little payoff with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. Give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this one.
So the late score gets them a bit closer to respectability. They'll try to get even closer with an onside kick.
You have no choice. You find yourself down big here late in the 4th quarter, Mike. You got nothing to lose. Give it a shot. Nice job here by the hands team recovering. They're going to take over possession.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. Right away, they'll try a jet sweep, and he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Going to hold on to this one. And he will have the first down. Even with 3 timeouts on the other side, they're going to be able to run this baby all the way down.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run. 3rd and short, 4th and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
And he finds his space, tackled after the gain of 7 on 1st down.
In order to be successful as a run-heavy offense, Mike, it's so important that you remain really efficient on 1st and 2nd down. The last thing you want is to be in 3rd and pass, and it really throws off what you feel like your strengths are. So now you get down here in the red zone, it's got to be touchdowns. These long, sustained drives on the ground, you kick a field goal, that's a win for the defense.
And he'll get about 4 out of that one. That should be enough to move the chains. It is first down.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a third down and short. But there's no need for third down. He was able to get enough on second, and they get a fresh set of downs.
They'll send a tight end in motion. So it's a win here for the visiting Eagles. They proved much the best in this one. Get a solid performance in all 3 phases of the game and ride that to victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. Good night from Lambeau Field.
Yeah. Huh.